The office prank war. In a bustling corporate office, a group of coworkers found joy in playing pranks on each other. It all started innocently enough with a few harmless jokes, but soon escalated into an all-out prank war that would be talked about for years. It began when Jim switched the keys on Dwight's keyboard. When Dwight tried to type, his words came out as gibberish. Frustrated, Dwight called IT, only to have Jim reveal the prank with a smug grin. Dwight vowed revenge. A week later, Jim arrived at his desk to find it completely wrapped in aluminum foil. His chair, computer, phone, and even his stapler were encased in shiny silver. Jim laughed it off, but the battle lines had been drawn. Jim retaliated by filling Dwight's drawer with live crickets. The office echoed with Dwight's startled yelp as the crickets hopped around his desk. Dwight, however, was not one to be outdone. He placed an ad online, listing Jim's car for sale at an absurdly low price. Jim was flooded with calls from eager buyers, much to his confusion. The pranks continued to escalate. Pam, the receptionist, found herself caught in the crossfire when Jim convinced her to help him cover Dwight's desk in sticky notes. Every surface, from the monitor to the mouse, was plastered in neon yellow. Dwight's response was swift and brutal. He replaced Jim's morning coffee with decaf. Jim spent the day sluggish and irritable, swearing vengeance. One day, Dwight arrived to find his desk missing entirely. Jim had moved it, piece by piece, into the building's elevator. Dwight spent an hour retrieving his belongings as Jim watched from the break room, sipping his coffee with a satisfied smile. The prank war reached its peak when Dwight, with the help of the IT department, set Jim's screensaver to display a countdown timer. Jim watched in horror as the numbers ticked down to 0, fearing some elaborate trick. When the timer hit 0, nothing happened, except a loud, "Gotcha" message flashing on the screen. Jim couldn't help but laugh at the simplicity of it. Realizing the pranks were getting out of hand, the office manager called a truce meeting. Jim and Dwight agreed to end their prank war, shaking hands with a mutual respect for each other's creativity and dedication. But, as a final act of mischief, they teamed up to prank the office manager. On April Fool's Day, they convinced the entire office to swap desks and pretend nothing was amiss. The manager walked in, bewildered to find his employees working diligently at each other's stations. When he finally caught on, he couldn't help but chuckle at their camaraderie. The prank war became legendary within the company, and though Jim and Dwight moved on to different jobs, their legacy lived on. New employees heard tales of the epic pranks and tried to replicate them, but none ever matched the ingenuity and spirit of the original battles. I hope these stories brought a smile to your face. Thanks for watching.